We wandered too close to something we didn't understand, and we got burned. Badly. I'm not someone who's unfamiliar with trauma. I was the victim of sexual violence when I was young. I was kidnapped while traveling in Colombia. I held my father's hand while he took his last breath decades too soon. What happened was worse than all of those things combined. It was worse not just because of the severity of what had happened, but because it showed me a kind of darkness that I didn't know existed. Jay has described the world that we found ourselves in the aftermath of those events as Kafkaesque, and I think that's the perfect word. If you're unfamiliar, the term Kafkaesque refers to a... But what happened to us was a surprisingly complex operation that involved seemingly a lot of people. It was physical. This was something that, these weren't threats. There was no threat. It would have been nice to have gotten a threat first. Like, give a girl a heads up. You know what I mean? like I'll stop. Like, just let me know. It would have been nice to have gotten a threat. And you know, in terms of, I think it's very fair for people to ask, you know, is this something, you can't just say this because, like, what if somebody else stumbles into the same thing? I will say that what happened was so... At the top, well, it says it's still live. And then down here, are you serious? See?
Very different tone from start video to finish video. First, we're talking about how bad, how gruesome, how it was worse than sexual abuse, being kidnapped, and losing a parent all in one. And I know we all process grief differently. I understand that. We all process emotions differently. But I did hold my mother's hand as she took her last breath. Jokingly laugh about it. Oh, just send a warning. I would have stopped. The rise of a skeptical voice, Kelly Chase, didn't stumble into ufology. She built a platform on skepticism wrapped in curiosity, launching the UFO rabbit hole in 2021. She turned it into a top 40 science podcast, for the most part scripted, beautifully told, over 100 episodes, bending experiencer stories, historical deep dives, and brutal takedowns of hype. Remember her episodes on the secret onion of government secrecy, or her keynote at Contact in the Desert on UFO narrative wars, where she laid bare how intelligence ops weaponized belief itself. Kelly wasn't chasing clout. She co-founded Ontocalypse, produced the docuseries UFO Revolution for Tubi, and even starred in Cosmosis, usually stunning exploration of non-human intelligence that hit streaming in 2025. Her vibe? Phenomenon first, human stories, but grounded, rebranded to Cosmosis. Why? In her own words, from the final rabbit hole episode that you just heard, modern ufology had become theater, a circus of trust me bro claims, edited clips, loyalty tests, and group chats, and influencers peddling unfalsifiable lore. She stepped back from the disclosure narrative, the Washington whistleblower circus, to focus on the raw, human side of encounters. Ufology and disclosure aren't the same, she posted on February 26th. I'm not leaving, just done with the personalities and the noise. It was a seemingly mic drop moment. Fans cheered. Critics even nodded. Kelly was positioning herself as the antidote to the echo chamber. Evidence over emotion, patterns over personalities.